So every day हम लोगों को डेकोरेशन करना चाहिए यशोदा कृष्ण को, और ये ऐसे करने से भक्ति बढ़ती है। हर दिन आपको एक सोच होना चाहिए, आज हम भगवान को इसी तरह श्रृंगार करेंगे, हैं? तो तभी भक्तवृंद,
नया लोग जैसे बात,
I am now in Dehradun.
अरे उसको हमेशा वही
तो अभी हम देहरादून में हैं और अभी हम दामोदर से कम की प्रार्थना करेंगे। तो आप सब हमारे साथ हमारा साथ दीजिए। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं सत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमाणम्। Little silent, dear devotees, please hand over one diya to everyone and let them come and offer the diya there, right? So can you keep some space there? Yes, little space there so that one by one people can come. Where is the diya candle? Okay, so one by one should get up, collect your diya, and then go and offer to Yashoda Krishna. 7 बार आपको clockwise घुमाना है around the entire body of Yashoda Krishna. ठीक है? Ram deva mokhyam va mokshyavadhika Jnane aham pare sada priya. Idam deva purnatha kupalaval Samemana jave santi panne. Idam deva purnatha kupalaval Samte mukham bojam toenail Sam kuntalai sneka rasaicha gopta. Samte mukham bojam Namo Devo Namo Tata Ananta Vishnu Sita Prabhu Padalapi आप लोग पास में आके कर सकते हो, पास में आके कर सकते हो। आत्मा कहो बाधा सही बयाता सोया मुझे कहो बाते भजो कुतोषा अथापि तो हमने तो बातें पिता में कोई अदाया था पिता में हमारा दिखाया एक दिया पिया ये अमन कले लाया लाया तो Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की सब थोड़ा आराम से बैठ जाइए, शांत होकर बैठ जाइए। जो दीप नहीं जलाए हैं, दीप जो भगवान को अर्पण नहीं किए हैं, कृपया करिए मेरे लिए। Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, so thank you for joining me in this Bhagavatam class. We just chanted Damodara. Today we are going to discuss the next chapter. Yesterday we completed how Krishna showed universal form to Mother Yashoda. Today we are going to hear how Mother Yashoda would bind Krishna. That is next. So I would request everyone here to please come inside for 2 minutes. Ankit, some prasadam vyavastha is there. Everybody will take prasad. So please, आइए सब बैठ जाइए. 2 minutes. So where is that book? Bhagavatam. Yeah. नहीं इंग्लिश. ये क्या हिंदी है क्या? इंग्लिश नहीं है. because I am sitting here. Yeah. ठीक है, मैं यहीं से पढ़ लेता हूँ. तो आप सबको मुबारक है कि आप हर दिन इधर आकर इस दामोदर महीना में भगवान के लिए दिया दिखा रहे हैं. कल हम प्रोग्राम करेंगे हमारा नया सेंटर में और उसके बाद हर दिन यही प्रोग्राम होगा, परंतु अभी हम व्यवस्था कर रहे हैं कि धीरे धीरे कैसे कार्यक्रम नया सेंटर में शिफ्ट करें. और कल 4 बजे सब हमारी नया सेंटर में पहुंच जाएंगे. ये आप बता सकते हैं वो क्या एड्रेस क्या है? ओल्ड सर्वे रोड नियर क्रॉस रोड मॉल, गली नंबर 16. ऐसे है हम लोग. ये शेयर सबके साथ होगा. और अंकित कहाँ है? अंकित तो हम लोग कल सबके लिए जिनकी पास व्यवस्था नहीं है जाने के लिए ऑटो व्यवस्था कर रहे हैं. कुछ कन्वेंस की व्यवस्था करेंगे और आपके पास आकर आपके घर से आपको लेके जाएंगे. कल 4 बजे हम इकट्ठा होंगे नया सेक्टर में 4 बजे शाम को. और कल सुबह आप जो जिसका पॉसिबल है, जिनके पास संभव है, कल सुबह आकर उधर डेकोरेशन वगैरह करना है, उसमें आप लोग मदद कर सकते हैं. और कल हम 4:30 बजे उधर हम क्योंकि वो उधर आसपास ही बड़े सिटी सेंटर हैं, लोग यातायात करते हैं, तो उधर जाकर हम आधा घंटा पौने घंटे की कीर्तन करेंगे. कीर्तन करने के बाद फिर वापस आ जाएंगे और वापस आकर हम हमारा कृष्ण कथा करेंगे, दामोदर अष्टकम करेंगे और प्रीत भोज कल सबके लिए रहेगा. और स्पेशल प्रीत भोज रहेगा. कल संडे फेस्ट भी है, कल संडे है, तो कृपया सबको लेके आइए, पूरा परिवार के सदस्यों को लेके आइए. जैसे आप लोग इधर बैठकर इकट्ठा भगवान की आराधना करते हो, आप नहीं चाहोगे कि देहरादून के जितने सारे बासिंदा है सबको भी ऐसे मौका मिले. तो ऐसे ही हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि देहरादून में एक दिन बहुत बड़ा मंदिर बने. अब ये शुरुआत है. अभी जहाँ पे हम जा रहे हैं उधर कम से कम 500 लोग 1000 लोग बैठ सकते हैं, आराम से बैठ सकते हैं और भजन कर सकते हैं भगवान की. तो एक दिन जरूर आएगा भगवान की इच्छा से. देहरादून में एक बहुत बड़ा भव्य मंदिर होगा, राधा कृष्ण की मंदिर होगा. और सारे उत्तराखंड की जितने सारे भक्त हैं आकर इस मंदिर में भगवान की सेवा सीखेंगे और भगवान को कैसे सेवा किया जाता है, उनके नाम कैसे लेते हैं, ये सब शिक्षा करेंगे. तो आपकी सहयोग की आशा मैं करता हूँ. आप लोग हमारा साथ रहेंगे. और कोई अगर प्रश्न है, अभी आप लोग प्रसाद लीजिए और प्रसाद लेने के बाद अगर आपके मन में कोई प्रश्न है, शंका है, हम उसके बारे में चर्चा करेंगे. ठीक है? और कुछ बोलना है? कल मॉर्निंग में क्यों नहीं करेंगे? कल मॉर्निंग में आप लोग, मैं इधर ही आ जाऊंगा, हम चैंटिंग करेंगे. कल अच्छा चैंटिंग कर लेते हैं. और क्योंकि इधर से जाएंगे सुबह, उधर डेकोरेशन वगैरह करना है, तो सब चीज तो एक साथ नहीं करेंगे. संकीर्तन तो है उधर 4 बजे, तो इसलिए कल मॉर्निंग जो संकीर्तन हम कर रहे थे वो करेंगे नहीं. ठीक है? हाँ, सभी टाइम पे पहुंचे और अंकित बताएगा आपको सुबह सुबह कितना बजे पहुंचना है, 9 बजे तक। सुबह 9 बजे तक पहुंच जाइए। थोड़ा डेकोरेशन अगर अच्छा से हो जाएगा तो अच्छा है। आप जैसे देख रहे हो ना 664 में मेरे घर में हर दिन IIT के बच्चे कैसे डेकोरेट करते हैं, गमला रखकर बैलून कभी रखते हैं, माखन रखते हैं। तो ये भाव होता है। हमारी भाव को अगर हम कृष्ण में जोड़ देते हैं वो दिव्य हो जाता है। तो ऐसे ही आप लोग कल अगर करोगे उधर, मैं ही रहूंगा, आपको भी थोड़ा सा गाइड कर लूंगा कैसे करना है। तो अगर हम उसको अच्छे से डेकोरेट करेंगे, इधर भी आप हर दिन इसी तरह कर सकते हो, हैं? क्योंकि भगवान बहुत खुश होते हैं जब उनकी गुणगान के लिए हम कुछ भी करते हैं, अच्छे से करते हैं, दिल से करते हैं, भगवान बहुत खुश होते हैं। ठीक है। और आप भगवान के लिए अगर कुछ भी करते हो, भगवान कभी भूलते नहीं है। आपको ढूंढ के अगर आप, क्योंकि ये संसार की जो जड़ होता है, ये संसार की जो स्टॉक, इसमें कहाँ कौन कहाँ पे फंस जाएगा किसी को पता नहीं। परंतु भगवान के लिए जो भी थोड़ा सा भी सेवा किया है, कभी ना कभी भगवान उसको ढूंढ कर निकालते हैं और उसको फिर राह दिखाते हैं, रास्ता दिखाते हैं। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अभी हमारा इंटरनेट में प्रवचन होगा, आप लोग प्रसाद ले लीजिए। ठीक है। हरे कृष्ण। हाँ, जो सुनना चाहेंगे वो सुन सकते हैं, परंतु अभी मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूंगा, हिंदी में नहीं। अच्छा। So dear devotees, we start our program. Sorry, because I'm in Dehradun, and so please hear as I'm reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Where is it? Video. Okay. Sri Sukada Goswami continued. One day when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maid servants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna. In her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all those activities. One day, means that day is Deepavali. Normally, on the day of Deepavali, the servants take leave. And obviously, Yashoda Maiya has to personally attend to household chores. As she prepared to churn the butter herself, because she was thinking that why Krishna is going to others' house and stealing butter, probably he doesn't like the butter that are churned in my house. So she thought that churn nice butter today. The curd pot and started churning. And that time, while she churned, she remembered some wonderful activities. Using her own way, she composed wonderful songs in her own way and sang and enjoyed. Dressed in a saffron yellow sari with a belt tied about her full hips. Belt क्यों पहनी थी यशोदा माई? So it looks Yashoda Maiya is little fat, and when you are fat, you can't keep, or you can't keep, you cannot keep your sari tightly bound. So you have to put a belt. जिसकी ज्यादा बड़ा पेट होता ना बेल्ट पहनते नहीं तो उस समय भी ऐसे ही था. Mother Yashoda pulled on the churning rope, laboring considerably, her bangles and earrings moving and vibrating, her whole body shaking. Because of her intense love for her child, her breasts were wet with milk, her face with its very beautiful eyebrows was wet with perspiration, and malati flowers were falling from her hair. ये जो the description is given about Yashoda Maiya, and the way Sukadeva Goswami is trying to describe, you can feel that Yashoda Maiya is complete expression of motherly love for Krishna. She is doing everything just to please Krishna as her son. While Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her. In order to increase her transcendental pleasure, he cut hold of the churning rod and began to prevent her from churning. So Mother Yashoda was churning. Krishna woke up, saw mother is not beside him. He became angry. Because small kids, when they get up, they want to drink milk, mother's milk. He searched for mother, came out, saw mother is churning the butter. And this churning pot, they are not small pot, a huge pot. Nowadays, a woman at best be 5 feet, 6 feet tall. And those days, the woman would be almost like 12 feet, 14 feet tall. Okay? And when you are fat, you can imagine what that size must be. And then these pots are very huge pot, not small pot nowadays. Because earlier time, enough cows, enough grazing land, enough milk. So enough curd. So it will not be small pot, right? I see every day my wife, every 7 days, she would churn little bit of, makan, in a small portion, in a small, because that's all we get. But those days, they had 9 lakh cows. So each pot is very big. And the churning rod, I don't think that, in this house now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If all 10 of you together, you went to lift it, you cannot lift. That heavy must be that churning rod. So to churn that rod, I don't know how many of you have seen this. Because when we were a small kid in our villages, they used to do this. And once I thought that I can do it, I cannot even pull it. Forget about churning it. It is so one has to really be very, very stout and physically fit to do it. But Krishna, a small kid, he came and he cut hold of the churning rod, and Mother Yashoda could not rotate it. So same Krishna, who looks to be very, very helpless child, but whenever he wants certain thing to be achieved, he does it. Small baby, but could cut hold of the churning rod and stopped it from being churned. Mother Yashoda then embraced Krishna, allowed him to sit down on her lap, began to look upon the face of the Lord with great love and affection. Because of her intense affection, milk was flowing from her breast. But when she saw that milk pan on the oven was boiling over, she immediately left her son to take care of overflowing milk, although the child was not fully satisfied with drinking the milk of his mother's breast. So what happened when Krishna stopped the churning road? Mother Yashoda, seeing Krishna, became very happy. Who would not become happy seeing Krishna? Eh? Yogis are meditating for years and years without doing anything, without eating anything, and just to have darshan of Krishna. Here, Mother Yashoda is breastfeeding that very Supreme Lord Krishna. So she is very happy. So she sat down, made Krishna to lie on her lap, and she fed him the milk. But suddenly she noticed the milk that she has put on the oven for boiling is overflowing. Immediately kept Krishna, took Krishna out of her lap, placed him on the ground, and went to attend to the boiling milk. That really angered Krishna. So sometimes we think Krishna is God, so she cannot be angry. He's very angry. Here you see that how he became angry with his own mother. Okay? And what he's going to do, just see. Being very angry, यानी कि छोटा सा गुस्सा बहुत बड़े fighting is ready sleep. Fighting the ready sleep, right? Have you seen the kids when they become angry? They bite their lip, right? With his teeth, Krishna, with false tears in the eyes, broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. Let me tell you, ये जो बड़े-बड़े मटका हमारा घर में, when I was a small kid, third grade में मुझे याद अभी भी याद है. Ours was a joint family. There were around 35 family members, and my mother was newly, she's the bride, right? Not newlywed bride, but yeah, she's the only bride, bahu, ghar ka bahu. And I have seen she would be cooking in an earthen pot, very big pot, and you cannot break these pots. You cannot really break it. But same, and you can imagine how that pot, here we are talking. And I have seen these pots, but the pot that we are talking here, 5,000 years ago, huge pots, very sturdy pot. And it is said simply with a stone, small stone, Krishna broke it. बड़ा आदमी भी उसको तोड़ नहीं सकते हैं. और जिस बर्तन में अगर मिल्क भरे हो, दही भरे हो, उसको भी तोड़ना और भी मुश्किल है. जो खाली है उसको तोड़ सकते हो, मगर जो भरा हुआ है उसको तोड़ना भी मुश्किल है. Anyway, so Krishna broke it simply using a stone. So इस लीलाओं को समझना चाहिए. broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. Then he entered a room and began to eat the freshly churned butter in a solitary place. Broke the pot, and that might have, all of them must have spilled all over. And Krishna must have walked on that spilled curd. And as he must be walking to another room, so all the footprints are being placed. So it is not difficult where Krishna has gone. And he went and started eating butter because Krishna has to do something. He is the soul of everything. He cannot be idle. He has to do something. So he started eating butter. Mother Yashoda, after taking down the hot milk from the oven, returned to the churning pot. When she saw that the container of yogurt was broken, that Krishna was not present, she concluded that breaking of the pot was the work of Krishna. So when she returned, she saw Krishna is not there. The pot is broken. That must have amazed her, because this small kid cannot break those pots. But somehow Mother Yashoda concluded, Krishna is not there, that means this pot has been broken by him. And then she followed her footstep, followed Krishna's footstep. Krishna at that time was sitting on an upside down wooden grinding motor for grinding spices and was distributing milk preparations such as yogurt and butter to the monkeys as he liked. So when you are very angry, one way to release your anger is that you do something. Okay, if you don't do, then you will do some kind of destruction. So first thing he did, when he was angry, he broke the pot. And then he engaged himself, feeding all the butter, curd, everything to monkeys. Okay. After some time, when you are very angry, after some time what will happen? Your anger would subside. When your anger will subside, then you will start thinking, right? Similarly, same thing happened. Out of anger, Krishna broke the pot, and then he went to another room, and there he started feeding the butter, curd to monkeys. And when he was freed from his anger, what happened? See, he realized that mother's stick is waiting. And who doesn't fear mother's stick? And हम भी बचपन में we feared, but not mother's stick, father's stick. But here, Nanda Baba never sowed stick to Krishna. It is only Yashoda who sowed stick to Krishna. So this is the distinction. Nanda Baba never chastised Krishna. Only Yashoda chastised Krishna. Mother Yashoda would bind Krishna and Nanda Baba would release Krishna. So this is opposite. So Krishna immediately remembered, I have done a mistake. I have broken the pot of yogurt that my mother was churning, and she was churning out of love for me only. I have broken, and I must have hurt her sentiment. She must be angry with me, and she must be chasing me with a stick in her hand. So immediately she became frightened. from anger to fear. Fear of being bitten by Mother Yashoda. So fearful eye is looking all around whether Mother Yashoda is coming. Mother Yashoda has two eyes. How many eyes? Two eyes. But a child has how many eyes? When he fears, thousands of eyes. Or to speak Krishna, he will have millions of eyes. Eh? So, because of having stolen, he was looking all around with great anxiety, suspecting that he might be chastised by his mother. Mother Yashoda, upon seeing him, very cautiously approached him from behind. When Lord Sri Krishna saw his mother stick in hand, he very quickly got down from the top of the motor, began to flee as if very much afraid. Although yogis tried to capture him as Paramatma by meditation, desiring to enter into the effulgence of the Lord with great austerities and penances, they failed to reach him. But Mother Yashoda, thinking that same personality God had Krishna to be her son, began following Krishna to catch him. So Krishna saw Mother Yashoda is coming with a stick. Once you see stick, then you know what is going to happen. Eh? So Krishna fears the stick of Mother Yashoda. Krishna is feared by the fear personified. Ravana, Hiranyakya, Hiranyakashipu. These people, they fear Krishna. But same Krishna is fearing the stick of Mother Yashoda. You can imagine what is the power of love. If you have loved Krishna, Krishna will surely reciprocate. I can give you guarantee. Anybody who has loved Krishna, Krishna is going to reciprocate. His reciprocation is there. We are not, because Krishna reciprocate like here, all of you are here. So you came, then the congregation developed, then you became friend of each other, reciprocation started. And in the association of devotees, performing devotional service becomes easier. You started attending Mangalarati, you started chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then you started hearing. Then you registered in the LGLG course. You went through the course, completed the course, and now you are yearning to hear more. So this process continues and this never ends. This would continue. Okay. And Krishna would reciprocate with your desire to serve him. Like we are here in Dehradun. We did some program here. Now we are going to another place. But if all of you are very serious, one day we'll have a very beautiful temple. Very beautiful temple. And thousands of people will be together and offering ghee lamp to Mother Yashoda Krishna. On the day of Janmashtami, you will see lakhs of people coming, bathing Krishna on that very day, doing abhishekam. So this is how our love should grow and grow and grow. We should never allow. Love is something that cannot stagnate. It must grow. Dynamically, it must grow. It must grow. So here it is said that the yogis, they're meditating for crores of years to merge into his effulgence, Brahmajyoti. And here, Mother Yashoda wants to chastise Krishna, same person. And Mother Yashoda is able to frighten him. He is running out of fear. Mother Yashoda is chasing. Right? While following Krishna, Mother Yashoda, her thin waist overburdened by her heavy breast, naturally had to reduce her speed. Because of following Krishna very swiftly, her hair became loose. The flowers in her hair were falling after her, yet she did not fail to capture her son Krishna. I don't know how many of you have tried to catch your own son or daughter. You cannot. They have more power. Once we were in Jagannath Puri. I had taken the entire Gurukul students from Vrindavan. Some IIT students are also there. There, I wanted to drown my own daughter. Internally, that is my mood. That I'll take her and drown in the ocean water. Somehow she sensed that I'm going to do that. And as I chased her, she ran for her life. And I tried my best. I could not catch her. But here, and I remember, I was absolutely, my energy was completely drained because I was determined to catch her, but I could not catch. But here, Mother Yashoda has caught him. You can imagine. The love within her for Krishna must be so oceanic. She swiftly, she chased Krishna with a greater speed. Krishna, what is the speed of Krishna with which Krishna can walk? Krishna can walk in lightning speed, even speedier than lightning speed. But Mother Yashoda chased Krishna and caught Krishna. Right? When caught by Mother Yashoda, Krishna became more and more afraid and admitted to being an offender. As she looked upon him, she saw that he was crying, his tears mixing with the black ointment around his eyes. As he rubbed his eyes with his hands, he smeared the ointment all over his face. Mother Yashoda, catching her beautiful son by the hand, mildly began to chastise him. Rudanta muhur netra yugam rujantam karambuja netrena karambuja yugmena satanka netram. Satanka. Atanka means डरना. सातंक means बहुत जोर से डरना है. नेत्रम, अगर कोई डरा हुआ है, you can see that from their eyes. Once we were returning from our school to our home, me, my brother, my sister, three of us. While returning, school normally ends at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I forgot. But in the winter days, it becomes little, by 4 or 5, you will see little darkness. So as we were crossing, there was a banyan tree. And suddenly we saw from the banyan tree, some dark thing came and created a big noise and just crushed us. We could not figure out who is that. And we were running for our life. shouting and crying until we reached our house. And we were breathing heavily. And my mother came out and asking, what happened? What happened? And we could not speak anything except mother could see our eyes full of fear. So this is the same thing, but this is, ours was mundane, this is divine. This is divine. That Krishna is full of fear. His eyes are full of fear. Because he has been caught by mother, and mother has a stick in her hand. Okay? And Karam bhuja yugmena. You see? So when you cry, you try to you try to rub your eyes. And there is kajal and mascara, and that is getting smeared all over his body. Oh, sorry, all over his face. And Satyavrata Muni is enjoying this pastime. अब देखो ये जो this prayer which is composed by Satyavrata 120 million years ago. If you meditate on this, you should realize what we are doing. ये आज का कल का बात हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. People offered worship to Krishna 120 million years ago. The same intensity of love. तो लोग बोले कृष्ण तो अब तो आए नहीं थे. कृष्ण 5000 साल पहले आए हैं. So people should think. You know, there are people say, no, Krishna just 5000 years came. No. Krishna's leelas are eternal. People know. All yogis, saints, they know every time. Krishna's leelas are eternal. They are being sung by greatest of devotees for time immemorial. It is not that aaj ki baat hum kar rahe hain. I remember when I became a devotee in IIT Delhi, I had a Bengali friend. He was doing PhD. And once I called him, you come to our teacher's house, we have a nice program. He asked what program. I said, we discuss about Bhagavad Gita. We read Bhagavatam. And this Bengali, I don't know, he was so envious of Krishna. He started saying to me, oh, you have been trapped. I said, what is this? Why I'll be trapped? I was searching for it, I got it. Why are you saying you are trapped? And, oh, I know you are trapped. You are in that group, that Chaitanya? Then I said, oh, wow, this Bengali is really dangerous. You see, this Chaitanya, he was a big scholar, but later he became a mad fellow. And this Krishna was a playboy, but this mad fellow made him a divine fellow. This Chaitanya made him a divine fellow. And you are fooled. So in this world, people will speak so many things. Only those who are qualified, those searching for Krishna, they would appreciate. Others, Krishna keeps them far away. Go away. I was shocked actually. The way he spoke. I said, thank you very much. I'm never going to talk to you again. So people can speak. And ये 120 million, यानी कि 12 करोड़ साल पहले इसको रचना की गई है. This song has been composed 12 crore years. 12 crore years. और उस सदियों से संत लोग इसको भजन कर रहे हैं. इतनी प्यारा संग है ये. समझना चाहिए. तो हम जो भी कर रहे हैं ये दिव्य है, सनातन है, नित्य है. So Mother Yashoda threw the stick because first of all she could not tolerate the fear and cry in her son. But still she wanted to punish him. Why? Because for her it is intolerable. Out of love she wanted to churn butter and very butter pot. Because a devotee, I will end this discussion with a story, because after this the Damodar Lila will come. Tomorrow we will read it. It's a very nice way to do it tomorrow. So I will tell you the story. You see, a devotee doesn't become angry. Normally a devotee doesn't become angry. But when his devotional service, somebody obstructs his devotional service, then he becomes angry. For Mother Yashoda, churning the butter was a devotional service. And Krishna has broken it. Right? So in this context, I'll tell a nice event that happened in Tirumala. All of you have heard about Tirumala? Tirupati? Tirumala is a hill. In the top of the hill, Srinivasa Govinda is being worshipped. Srinivasa Govinda has taken that hill as a rent from Adi Varaha, because that hill belongs to Adi Varaha. Srinivasa Govinda told him that I want to reside here, so I'll take it. अब देखो दोनों ही कृष्ण है, दोनों ही भगवान है, मगर ये लीला only a भक्त समझ सकता है. So one God, same God from another form, is taking that place on a rent. So I am telling this so that when I tell the story, you should not get bewildered, because you should be able to follow this. Now let me tell the story. Sorry. There was a devotee called Ananta Krishna. He was a Mali, gardener. His job was, every day he will send different kind of garlands, different kind of flowers. Morning, normally white flowers, fragrant flowers. Right? Daytime, another. Noontime, another. Afternoon time, another. Because he knows what Srinivasa Govinda likes at what time. And then, in the night time, before he goes to rest, another kind of flower. He knows. So he has a nice garden. In that garden, he would grow varieties of flowers. And once so happened, Srinivasa Govinda saw that the flowers, the way he was getting, is not getting. asked the pujari. Why? I'm not getting the flowers. Earlier days, pujari and deity, they used to converse. They speak. And now also, you see our Nrsimhadev deity in Mayapur, they speak through their pujari, Pankajangiri Prabhu and Jananivasa Prabhu. They have many stories about it, how Nrsimhadev speaks. So, the pujari said, I don't know. Earlier, the garlands, the way it was coming, I was putting, I was never inquiring who was giving. And but nowadays, this is the flower coming and I'm garlanding with the same flower. But I have not questioned. Then Srinivasa Govinda said, what happened to Ananta Krishna? He is supposed to send, this. I don't think this is being sent by Ananta Krishna. Then Pujari said, oh, Ananta Krishna, there is someone called Ananta Krishna. So Pujari sent a message, search for Ananta Krishna. So Pujari, head Pujari sent Daris and searched for Ananta Krishna. And then they found out from the central secretariat that Ananta Krishna is a Mali, is a gardener. And then 2 pujaris were sent. And then they knocked the door. And then Ananta Krishna opened the door. And when they entered, Ananta Krishna made them sit and then he lied on the bed. And then they realized he's sick. So the pujaris were completely astounded. When Srinivasa Govinda has sent them to inquire about Ananta Krishna, normally Krishna doesn't inquire us about us, right? So it's a great thing. And these pujaris were thinking this Ananta Krishna is a very, very great devotee. And Srinivasa Govinda has sent personally us to inquire about his health. And they very happily are narrating the incident. And one would expect that Ananta Krishna would become very happy. But Ananta Krishna was not very happy. His anger increased. In the beginning, he was speaking with smile, become angry. And then Pujari said, sir, what happened to you? Why are you becoming angry? Then Ananta Krishna said, whether I am sick or not, what is your business? If I am sick or I am not sick, if it is a business, that matters to Srinivasa Govinda, then what he is doing in the temple? And these pujaris were trembling. This fellow is, kind of making derogatory remark about the Lord of the universe. And they said, we will inform Srinivasa Govinda through head pujari. We don't know what is our mistake. And they didn't want to anger the Ananta Krishna. Then left. And informed the pujari, head pujari, that he is very angry with Srinivasa Govinda himself. We can't do anything. Then again, next day, knock happened. And Ananta Krishna didn't open the door. And then Srinivasa Govinda himself saying, I, Srinivasa Govinda, knocking the door. And then Ananta Krishna is not responding. And then Srinivasa Govinda is telling that, do you know that if you disobey me, I'm going to throw you out of this place. And Ananta Krishna is saying, who are you to throw me out? I don't know how many of you followed it. Because this Tirumal of hill is not his. Okay. So it's taken as a rent. So he's saying, who are you to throw me out? So this is the deep relationship between devotee and Krishna. Very deep relationship. And finally, Srinivasa Govinda pushed the door and came inside. But Ananta Krishna was not opening. He came inside by rushing me. And then started saying, what happened to you? Oh, you are so sick. So, the end story is like this, that Ananta Krishna, there is a lot of discussion happened, but Ananta Krishna was angry with Srinivasa Govinda that he stopped him from doing his service. Because when you are sick, you can't do your service. And he is saying, it is you who have caused this sickness to me. Why I became sick? And by making me sick, you have deprived me of my service. And that was the reason why Ananta Krishna was so angry with Krishna, Srinivasa Govinda. And then Srinivasa Govinda embraced Ananta Krishna and his sickness is gone. But the sickness was done just because Srinivasa Govinda wanted to embrace whom? Ananta Krishna. That is why this whole pastime happened, so that, see, Krishna has his own way to reciprocate with his devotees. See, our country is full of such leelas. You go to Jagannath Puri, you will get thousands of such reciprocation of Jagannath with his devotees. You go to Tirumala Hill, you get thousands of such reciprocation. This country is a wonderful country. Only an idiot, he thinks that he should go to America or Europe or China or Japan. This country is a beautiful country. It is full of nectar. So thank you. Thank you everyone for joining me. We stop here. We will continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, let me see. Tarun, is there any question? Who is handling? Abhishek Bansal? Chiranjit. What does child has thousands of eyes means? You can understand, now Krishna has thousands of eyes, right? Krishna is God. He can see in all directions. Similarly, even a child has more eyes than his father or mother. Why? Because child is protected by Krishna. When a child, you are born, this is, none of you realize it. Have you realized it? Children are specially protected by Krishna. Have you seen that? हम तो सोचते हैं ना, हमने बड़ा कर दिया. अरे क्या बड़ा किया? Children have mystical potential. They are protected by Krishna in so many ways. Otherwise, small kids, it is not easy to take care of them. I will tell you, once, we had kept one ayah to take care of our twins. So she would come, bathe them, feed them, make them sleep, play with them. So once, what she has done, she has made them sleep. Without telling us, she has left. We have 2 floors. These kids are sleeping on the top floor. We are on the ground floor. And at some point of time, these 2, they have woken up. And now there is a self nearby. And they have tried to walk over it. And after some time, from that top, one has fallen down. And this rib has broken. We don't know. At some point of time, my wife came and saw. She's crying. And she's crying heavily. And then we saw there is swelling here. And then we went to the pediatric. And it said, it's broken. And then we realized what has happened. Okay? And the doctor, of course, said, small child, you don't have to do anything, don't worry. This will be fixed automatically. The rib will be fixed. So children are protected by Krishna. I had a daughter, she was expert in disfiguring the wall. And when she does, we don't know, because I would always be watchful. When so that she doesn't do. But she knows that when I'm not watching her. And exactly that time, she would make some paint, some scribbling. Extraordinary. So actually, whatever we do, if we know Krishna, we will learn many things. As a father, we would learn. As a mother, we would learn. As a brahmachari, we would learn. As a sannyasi, we would learn. But if Krishna is the center, if Krishna is not in the center, we learn nothing in this world. Our life is simply a waste. So your question is that how Krishna is a child, of course, has 1,000 eyes. Even children, because they are apprehensive of some chastisement, when we say they have 1,000 eyes, means, they can guess things better. Okay, I think we should stop here. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Radha Damodar ki jai, Yashoda Krishna ki jai, Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari.
Very good.
Okay.